Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and once again I'm making a Blazers video, this time dedicated to the playoffs. Obviously the playoffs started not too long ago, about a week ago now, and the Blazers are in a series with the New Orleans Pelicans to start. And we are not in a good spot right now, but I'm going to go over that right now and show you guys what's going good and what's going bad. So let's just start straight off the bat with the first game of the series. And obviously the Blazers were third in the West to finish the season, so they got home court advantage to start. And the Blazers would go ahead and actually lose the first game of the series to the Pelicans 97-95. I'm not going to lie, this game was very disappointing because two of our best players, Dame and CJ, they had very low field goal percentages in the first half. They only finished with 18 points and 19 points. I kept seeing the stats coming up about their field goal percentage. I think they were combined to be like 3 for 18 at one point or something like that. It was something really bad though. And I was just really disappointed to see that because obviously we need them to perform really well in order to win. But I'm still kind of impressed with how the Blazers kept the game close despite these bad performances because we only lost by 2 points at the end of the game. The bench also performed pretty well in this game as well because 4 players came off the bench and scored 5 or more points. It's good to see them backing up Dame and CJ when they can't score enough to help lead the team. But we still took the loss, and it's just disappointing because we need these wins in the playoffs. This is when it really matters. And if we want to go far in the playoffs, we need our best players to lead us. And if that's not happening, then we're just going to lose every time. And looking at the Pelicans side, we see that Anthony Davis led the team with 35 points and 14 rebounds. Absolutely crazy stats. Obviously Anthony Davis is a very gifted player. He might win MVP this year, but who knows. I think it'll be James Harden. Then right behind Davis, Jrue Holiday had 21 points, and then right behind Holiday, Rondo had 6 points, 17 assists, and 8 rebounds. Although Rondo had a really weird stat line with 17 assists, he's still proving that he can stay in the league even after all these years. After he played with the Celtics, I remember he went to the Mavericks, I think, and then that didn't work out well. Now he's in New Orleans, and he's doing pretty well, obviously, because he's on this team in the playoffs starting, and he's getting 17 assists, so good job to Rondo on that. And then next to Rondo, they also had Nikola Mirotic score 16 points and 11 rebounds. He can shoot really well. Even when he's contested, he'll drain some threes in your face. So he's a big threat to our success in the playoffs, and I think those 4 players are really stopping us because Jrue Holiday and Rajon Rondo are really good defenders, and when you put them on CJ and Damian, they're obviously not going to perform well. So that's why Dame and CJ weren't able to play well. They're just being clamped all game by 2 of the best defenders on the Pelicans. And right now, everyone on Twitter and on social media is asking where playoff Dame is because he's obviously not performing as well as he should be. But I hope he can prove them wrong and go ahead and just burst out in game 3. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But we're just going to go in line here and go to game 2 next. And unfortunately, we lost this game once again at home, 111-102. In this game, Dame and CJ did a little better because CJ had 22 and Dame followed him with 17. But I still think one of them should get about 30 points if they want to lead the team to a victory because they're obviously the core of the team. But still, when I look at the box score here, we did not do that bad, even though we lost by a bigger margin, because we had Mo Harkless return and come off the bench with 11 points, Zach Collins with 12 off the bench, Yusuf Nurkic had 13 starting, and then Al-Farouq had 14 starting. Unfortunately, Evan Turner had 20 minutes of playtime with 0 points, but he still contributed 5 assists and 4 rebounds. So maybe he could step up a little bit, but everyone tried to back him up pretty well, it looks like, because Harkless came off the bench and had 27 minutes with 11 points. Good to see him come back after that injury. Harkless is really important to our success because he plays both offense and defense very well, and we don't have a lot of defensive players on the team, so it's good to have him there for us. But it's just unfortunate that we get matched up against the Pelicans because they thrive on defense, and the Blazers thrive on offense. Obviously, they don't have a lot of defense, so they heavily rely on the scoring of the team. But when they're being clamped this hard by Holiday, Rondo, and Davis, it's just really hard to score and win games. So let's look at the Pelicans really quickly, and in this game, Jrue Holiday led the team with 33 points and 9 assists. Rondo right behind him with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists, almost a triple-double from him. And also Anthony Davis had 22 points and 13 rebounds, so he didn't do as well, but he's still putting up pretty good numbers for the Pelicans. And then Mirotic had 17 points and 8 rebounds, so he did alright as well. Obviously, the Pelicans are getting it done on both ends of the floor, and that's why they're having such great success against the Blazers, because they're shutting down our best scorers while still scoring a lot of points themselves, so they're just going to dominate every single game. If the Blazers want to find a way to succeed and come back from this deficit in the series, they need to find a way to get Jrue Holiday and Rajon Rondo to stop playing such good defense on Dame and CJ. It's really tough to handle that because you can't really counter defense. Defense wins championships, as they say, obviously. I think what's important is to try and get other players apart from Dame and CJ to thrive in this situation, because obviously once they're being focused on, it'll open up opportunities for the other players on the team. So I think the Blazers might be able to work around the situation here and maybe rely on other players to score more. Maybe the Blazers can take the Pelicans by surprise and have Mo Harkless be the first option, or maybe even Evan Turner, Al-Farouq. It could really be anybody apart from Dame and CJ. I think that'll be really important if we want to find success later on in the series. And while we try to find success on offense, we also got to find success on defense. I think we need to shut down Jrue Holiday. We need to find ways to defend Rondo's passes because he's obviously getting way too many assists on us. And we also need to find a way to shut down Anthony Davis. It's going to be really hard to do that, but we got to try and just limit his points and rebounds. Maybe draw some fouls on him so he can be taken out of the game. But who knows what'll happen. Anything can happen in the NBA. I think the Blazers could come back from this easily, even though a lot of people are doubting them. I hope Dame and CJ can try and grow from these first 2 games where they didn't play as well as they should have, and maybe they can find ways for the team to find success. But we'll see what happens with the Blazers in the next 2 games, and I will cover those in the next video I make. So if you enjoyed this one, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all later. Peace out.
Multi-million-dollar, I'm a fool with the hits. Hop up in the lemon, drop the roof, show the tips. Going to the jeweler, bust the AP, yeah. Sliding on the water like a jet ski, yeah. I'm tryna fuck you and your bestie, yeah. Chopper with this girl, so do not test me, yeah.